So your question is, Noble, is how women accept flirtatious advances from men, like the different types of men. Is that what you want everyone to
Yeah,
speak
so
on?
there's there's three threads here where women are actually the ones. Excuse me. There's three threads here where women are actually the ones being very directive about sleeping with the men that they're communicating with. So my whole thing was, Corey, is why is it that, despite women, a lot of women saying that they want men to be very honest and upfront and directive with their intentions that they have for women, why is it that when a man does tell them, hey, I am only interested in having, like, sort of a sexual dynamic with you. Why is that? Why do men get labeled as why is that seen as sexual harassment? They get labeled as creeps, weirdos, you're coming on too strong, you're trying to move too fast. But these are the same women that, when men that they don't want to sleep with men that they don't find physically attractive, when they do the same thing to them, it's a problem. Like, why is it not the same? Like, why is that?
Well, you got to understand, everybody has a preference. I don't care who you is. It's some skinny dudes that like big women and some big women that like big boys. Everybody has a preference in what they like in this world. So these advances only could come from someone that you are physically interested in. You got to realize at the end of the day, this the person you choosing to lay down with. I don't care how we look at it. Like I always tell you, a 304 will get wiped up before one of these so-called uh, wholesome women. So it is what it is. The look at how men advance to women, it comes with some, like, you just ain't that dude. You should know how to ease into it. A lot of
It's
dudes
about
when
that
they got,
mouthpiece.
well, I see, I don't know nothing about that because I don't go there. But it is, it is how you conversate with somebody. Some people are just blunt and direct, and it gets through. But some women love that arrogancy of a man. And if they like how that man look and they like that arrogancy of him, they will accept it. But if they don't like how he look and he arrogant all he want, he not gonna get a mile. And us men, to have a woman that just say, "Hey, look, I'm finna throw some coochie at you," we gonna take that all day. If you turning down some box as a man, I don't know. Some men do it, but 9 times out of 10, men gonna take it. Sion might not take it because Sion trying to get married to a certain wholesome Sherazad Ali type woman, so he waiting to wait a year for some box. But a natural man, he just gonna go for what he know. He not finna wait on none of that, and that is what it is, bro. I mean, that's it's always gonna be a double standard when it comes to certain things like that. Women have a natural level to them that they supposed to wait. It's not something you supposed to give up. With a man, that penis don't mean nothing. It's a dime a dozen. It's simple. It's like the most common thing out here on the market. The box is like a penny. I mean, the penis is like a penny. You can find them on the ground all day long. But that box supposed to be like a $2 bill. You ain't gonna see them that often. You don't supposed to be able to come across them that often. And that's the whole thing. But when women offering that $2 bill, yeah, you better take that thing. I don't care if it ain't nothing but $2, you better take it. That's the whole thing about it. We look at each other different. Men know what it is with men, but women don't realize what it is with them. They don't cherish themselves like they should in this modern time. So it is what it is. Just take the advances as they go.
Uh, Always, I want before fourth quarter free. I want to let another woman's always Jay. Go ahead, always Jay.
Hi, how you doing? Hi,
Good. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you. I just wanted to, touch bases and actually agree with what the brother just said. Um, I think a lot of times, in a lot of instances, we have we as women have devalued ourselves because we don't necessarily know our worth where it pertains to men. And that is the effect of wanting equality versus equity. And I think that a lot of times we think, okay, well, we can do the same things, and not recognizing that no matter what we do, this is still a man's world. It's an unfortunate truth. It is what it is. And so body count, unfortunately, does matter, which is why as women, you got women that lie about it. I think also we have a dating culture versus what used to be a courting culture. And to court is something with the intent of actually going to the end, marriage, and I think a lot of times what we're hearing is that people don't want to get married. So you have serial dating. And I think that is harmful because ultimately, let's be real, you get in a relationship long enough or a pseudo relationship long enough, people tend to get lazy. They stop with the condoms, they stop with with everything that goes along with it. Consequently, a child is born, and now you have this whole other situation that you're dealing with. But courting with the intent of marriage and being on the same page and your paths being parallel and actually going in the same direction and making sure that you're going and you're arriving at the same destination, that you want the same things, that's something totally different. And I don't think that our younger generation actually understands that point and that purpose, and being able to walk in your purpose with your significant other. So that's my take on it.
Let me ask you a question always, Jay.
Yes,
Do you want a man to be honest and even if you're in a relationship right now, just hypothetically, if you were out, in the dating world, on the dating scene, would you want a man to be honest and upfront about what his intentions are for you?
I don't. Number one, I don't date. Like I said, I believe in courting. So to be upfront, our purpose has to be aligned to begin with. If our purposes aren't aligned to begin with, there's no point in us even having any type of conversation in that regard. If you're
He's
not,
gonna have to. He's gonna have to let you know what his purpose of
and
being
I'm
with you
willing to
is, though,
hear
right?
that. I am absolutely willing to hear that because you're going to have to get to know, you're going to have to know that. You know what I mean? You're going to have to know what the purpose is. But that doesn't have to take place over, a $500 meal either.
Yeah, I'm not saying about where it does or where it does not need to take place, but like you said, you're gonna only like spend time with someone whose purposes are aligned with yours.
Right.
So, if would you have a even I'm assuming that if a man told you that he just wants to have like a sexual relationship with you, you strike me as someone that's not something that's going to be in alignment with what you want. But are you going to take that as him being disrespectful, or are you going to label him a creep or a weirdo if that's truly what his intentions are for you and he's honest with you about it?
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
He's being honest, and thank you for your honesty. That is not where I'm at uh, in my life, but thank you for your honesty. Have a great day, and I hope you find what you're looking for.
Okay. Why I want you to why do you think there's a good amount of women that because I think we can both agree that there are women that, despite the fact that they say they want men to be honest with them, when men are that honest and blunt and direct with them, they do label some of these men weirdos, creeps. They say they're coming on too strong, too fast. There's women that do that, right?
Absolutely. But I think by the same token, like you were speaking of, and I'm going to say this, and the bottom line is, and this is going to sound harsh, ladies. The bottom line is when you get that from a man that you're interested in, you don't say that, and you will even go as sometimes we as women will go as far as to think we can change that man. So we acquiesce to what he wants. When it's from a man that we are not interested in, then we want to say he's a creep, he's this, that, and the third, he's coming on too strong. So the problem with that is we are not being secure in ourselves, because that's ultimately what it comes down to. And I think it's always been said best, men pick when you get married and if you get married, but women choose who. And I think I heard, and I'm not sure who it was, but when a man walks in, a woman sees him when he walks in the door. She's like, okay, I see him and I'm interested in him. That's the truth of the matter. She sees him and she makes a determination whether she's interested in him. Now, he can mess it up by opening his mouth, absolutely. But that's it. And you go from there. If he opens his mouth and it's not, and what comes out of it makes you go, oh, no, 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 then you back up.
Right. But my whole thing is with like and I agree with everything you just said, but like the first part, it's like for a lot, for most women, it's only a creep and weirdo and sexual harassment and coming on too strong, like you said, and like I've been saying this whole stream, when it's somebody that they're not attracted to, it's somebody that they don't like. And I think that's the problem. I think that's very problematic when when women have no problem, when the woman in these threads, and there's a lot of women like this, they just think that, and I ain't gonna lie, most men aren't gonna have a problem with women just being so direct and blunt with them. But my whole thing is, a lot of these women are the same women that they don't want men being that blunt and direct with them either. So it's like you can't like you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you don't want men being that blunt and honest with you, like very soon upon meeting you, you probably shouldn't be doing that to men either. If you're one of those women that say, I don't want a man sexually objectifying me and reducing me to my body, you probably shouldn't be a woman that's doing that either.
Well, the question is,
But
what made him think that it was okay to do that?
What made her think that it was okay to do that?
Well, we were asking
but
about the men. I'm just saying, you're asking at that point about the men, and what the women were doing and upset. I don't think it's okay for anyone to do that personally, because I don't, but if that is what you are looking for and not wanting a relationship,
Oh,
be
I,
upfront about it.
I was confused by that last part you just made. Like why
What
you
part?
say certain you said, and I only got a few minutes. I'm sorry to butt in front of anybody who wanted to speak. But that last part where you said why is it that some men it's okay for some men and then some is not? Like they're supposed to have a blanket standard for every individual, because I don't think men do that. I think we allow certain things for certain types, and if they have a type that they allow it from, why is that not okay? What is it not fair, or what makes it a problem?
Are you? I'm trying to understand. Are you asking me why I said that there's some men that will be like won't have a problem with women being like blunt and upfront, that they just want to have sex with them?
Well, vice versa. Some women will accept it from certain guys, right? What is the problem with them accepting it from certain guys but not others? Like, why do they have to accept it from everybody and not at all? Like, why does everything have to be black and white versus, hey, I'll allow it from this type of guy, but I won't allow it from this type of guy? If she's not interested in that type, why can't she? I don't get, like, wouldn't guys do
Oh,
that too?
why couldn't she
no,
have that
no.
standard? Is what he's asking.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, Franklin. My whole point, Franklin, is that um like I wasn't raised, Franklin, personally. I
Mhm.
wasn't raised to like just directly come at women like that. Even and I'm 26 years old.
Mhm.
Even if I know that that's the only type of dynamic that I want with a woman, I just wasn't raised to directly come at women like that. But I think that a lot of men, especially in 2023, we have the Me Too movement, especially us as black men. We know we have to be very careful of how we conduct ourselves in these streets, especially with women. So and I'm just speaking for myself. I'm not just gonna really just come at a woman, whether it's in person, whether it's virtually. I'm not gonna just come at a woman like that and like try to just start getting sexual with her, especially upon just meeting her. Because of the repercussions that can come behind that. So what I'm saying, Franklin, is a lot of women just are under the impression that men are just like so sexual, and they don't have a they're not going to have a problem with me coming at them like that, because most of them are going to oblige anyways. So what I'm saying is, for women, it's only like a whole, well, I like this guy or don't like this guy. But for men, it's like it's not even a matter of whether he likes me or not. It's just that he's a man. So I don't care about if he has boundaries or not. I'm just gonna come at him like that.
No, but host, I do have to say something about the original question, and I've really been waiting to say this. But it's a simple fact of human nature that we all suffer from the halo effect. When we see someone that we see as attractive, we tend to associate positive characteristics with them. While if we see someone as unattractive, we assume negative traits to them. Women are just more outright with their judgments.
And the halo effect, sis, is the reason why a lot of bad situations due to the halo effect.
Your audio was jumping in and
Well,
out.
yeah, your Black
Reason
Guy, your
why
audio was
what?
cutting off. What'd you say?
Yeah, I ain't know what you said.
Sisters get messed up and bad because of the halo effect.
It's still bad. It's still
I
bad.
no okay, Frank. I think he said that a lot of sisters get messed up and get put in bad situations because of that halo effect.
But men too, though. Men are allowing really attractive women to take advantage of them in the same manner. I think
Exactly.
it's equal.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I think it's equal. That halo effect affects us all. And if they allow things, like men will allow certain things from women who look a certain way, versus if she didn't have the assets that he's attracted to, he wouldn't allow her to talk to him that way. So I think we all do it. So why can't I have the standards for like giving more grace to the prettier woman, like women do for the guys they're more attracted to? I feel like that's fair, even though it doesn't have to be fair.
And beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
Absolutely.
So
Some of that is true, and some of that.
I have a deeper concern, if I may. Host, what I just heard you say was that because you weren't raised a certain way, you would be less than honest with a woman about your purpose. And
No.
I'm concerned about that part of it.
No, that's
being
not.
more
That's not.
respectable, though. That's not.
That's not.
bad.
No, that's not being. Let me. That's not. It's not being less than honest.
Okay.
If a woman was to ask me what I'm saying is that I am not going to go out of my first. I'm not. Listen. I don't waste. Forget about wasting other people's time. I don't waste my own time. So if I don't have any interest in you, whether it's a friendship, whether it's another type of dynamic of a relationship, I'm not going to waste my time. What I am saying is that always, Jay, I'm just meeting you today. I'm not going to get off of this live and hit you up and be like, yo, I find you to be physically attractive. We had a good conversation, and I just want to fuck on you. Like, I'm not that type of guy. I'm not going to string you along.
Points, though? Do you
One
think
second.
it'd be cheaper to say the first 2 points? I'm just asking.
What?
If you said the first 2 points, besides I just want to fuck on you, wouldn't it be fair to lead with those 2 points? Could you say that?
I'm getting to that. Hold on. That's what I'm about to say. I'm not going to like make it seem like it's something that it's not either. I'm not going to string you along like I'm trying to be your friend. I'm not going to try to make it seem as if I'm trying to be in a relationship with you. If and when I start seeing it, the dynamic of the relationship getting a certain way, I'm just going to tell you that this dynamic that you want us to be, I'm not interested in doing that. I don't even have to tell you that, I'm not trying to, I just want to fuck on you or whatever. If you're looking for something serious right now, I'm not looking for something serious. And I'm not really interested in being your friend either. I can leave it at that.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. I just want to thank the host for letting me up. This is a very interesting conversation, and some of it is difficult to swallow. Let me say this. First of all, I don't even know. Let's be honest. When you meet someone and you find yourself attracted to that person, that attraction is physical. You
Right.
may meet someone where you may be in a setting and you don't have a physical attraction, but that person conversation may be enough to bring you into their space and find them interesting enough to want to know who they are. But in most cases, when you meet someone, it is a physical attraction. I don't think it's wrong for a man to say in at the proper time and in the proper setting that that's what he wants. He doesn't want a relationship, but he would like a friend with benefits. Okay? I don't think that's a problem. I think he should always be honest with it. I also feel though, if a man is attracted to a female and he do want to jump her bones, or she's attracted to him and she wants to jump his bones, I think it's okay to think it without saying it, unless it's the proper place or the proper time. We're all grown-ups. This is adult conversation. So
So
we should be able to have that type of conversation.
right, but so Miss DJ, my question to you then, ma'am, is when you say appropriate time or appropriate place,
Mm-hmm.
what is an appropriate time or an appropriate place? Because like because really quick, my thing is at the end of the day, a man could like say it disrespectfully. Like a man could say, "Yo, DJ, look, you got a fat ass, man. I'm trying to fuck on you." Or a man could, so that would kind of be kind of like out of pocket in a disrespectful way to go about it. Or a man could say, "Look, DJ, I find you to be very beautiful. But I'm not trying to have like a boyfriend, girlfriend type of. I'm not in search of a girlfriend right now. I just like you said, I just want more so a friend with benefits. There's still a lot of women that aren't gonna really like accept and like the fact that a man is basically really only wants sexual relations with them.
Well, you know what? They have two choices. They can, be a part of that if that's what they choose to be, or they can walk away. It's no need to be upset. It's no, what I'm saying, no one should be upset. He shouldn't be upset. She shouldn't be upset. Again, it's a choice to be made.
Complicated.
Right. I've been in a friend with benefits relationship. And only because he wanted a relationship when we, started getting to know each other. I didn't. Okay. But we ended up still being friends. We ended up still being friends with this benefit. And we were in that friends with benefit relationship for over a year. But trust me, in that friends with benefit relationship, I never asked him where he's going, who he's been with, what you're doing. Those are not questions that get asked. You know what I'm saying? Those are the questions that you have to forfeit in a friends with benefit relationship, which worked for me because those questions weren't questions that I needed to know about him.
So Miss
When I
DJ,
choose to get out of the friends with benefits relationship and find a true relationship, I went into a state of celibacy, and then I, came in tune with me
right.
until the right person came along.
Right. So let me ask you this, Miss DJ. As a grown woman, how many men out of 10 men, how many out of 10 men that were to come in contact with you and that find you to be physically attractive, out of those 10 men, how many of those 10 men do you think just like exclusively want to be your friend?
Want to be my friend with benefits, or just want to be friends?
No, just your friend. Then they find you to be physically attractive, but they don't want to sleep with you. If you gave them the opportunity to sleep with you, they wouldn't. They only just want to be your friend.
How many do I think
Out of
that's
10, out of
out
10
of
men,
10?
yes.
That would be hard for me to say, because if a lot of times when you find someone physically attractive, whether you want to sleep with them or not, your mind will go there. So giving them that opportunity, would they take it? It's hard to say. If I had to give a number, I would say probably half and half. That would be my answer.
You think so? You telling me that out of 10 men that find you to be physically attractive, if you gave all 10 men the opportunity to
Oh,
sleep with you,
oh,
you're
you said,
telling me that 5 out
oh,
of those
no,
10 men
no,
would not
no,
sleep with you?
no. I misunderstood.
Okay,
I thought you said find you physically attractive, but would never sleep with you. And that's a
that's what I'm
different. That's
asking you.
okay.
That's
But
what I'm asking you.
Okay, so wait a minute, because the question don't match. Say it one more
Okay,
time.
DJ, hear me out. Hear me out. I am asking you, there is 10 men. All 10 of these men find you to be physically attractive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking you, out of those 10 men that find you to be physically attractive, how many of those 10 men do you think exclusively just want to be your friend and would not sleep with you if you gave them the opportunity to?
All of them would sleep with me if I gave them the
Okay,
opportunity to. But
okay.
that's not what you said first. You said that won't sleep with you. So I stopped. My mind stopped there. But go ahead. Go ahead with your
Yeah,
stuff.
okay. So if you know if you if you know that like all 10 of those men would sleep with you given the opportunity, my thing is, if women really want men to start being directive and honest about what their intentions are for them, women will find out very quick that a lot of men have no intentions of being their friend. And like, Supervillain was on here earlier. They don't care about how work was. They don't care about how your day was. Men like women that they like, and they'll go above and beyond for certain women based on different qualities and characteristics they have. That varies from man to man. But a lot of men, given the opportunity to sleep with a lot of women that they find physically attractive, they're going to sleep with them. But they don't want any other responsibilities outside of that. They don't want to be your friend. They don't want to be your girlfriend or your boyfriend. They don't want to make you a wife. They don't want to make you a mother. They just want to be able to be friends with benefits.
Well, let me stop you there. What you're talking about now is a narrative that will definitely benefit the younger woman. But
It's not a narrative, DJ. It's the truth.
what you're talking about now, I figured that out very early in the game.
Right.
And even on my own life, I speak in reference to it because it's important that we know the difference. Some men and some women, because I met a man that did the same thing. They think if you slept with them, y'all not now you guys are in a full blown relationship, and that crap ain't true.
Oh, but okay, DJ. Yes, there are men like that, but that's
And
not most
women.
men. My whole point is that there's a lot of women out here that think that they have a lot of male friends, and there's like a lot of women do not have male friends, nor do you have men that are really trying to even be your quote unquote friend. Not because he's not making passes at you. Listen. I always tell women, you and Ty need these guys that in your life that y'all say are your friends. Y'all call one of these men at 1 a.m. tonight and tell them to come over and that you're trying to do certain things, and see how many of those men will not get up at 1 in the morning and come over.
You're right,
T
but
Why
got
you say
10
my
of them.
name?
you're right. But listen to your own point. That excuse me for a minute, T. Hey, T. Listen to the point that you're trying to. We we know that. We know that these guys that are our friends are watching our asses as we walk away. We know that. That doesn't change the dynamics of the relationship, the friendship. The two of you can change the dynamics, but that doesn't change the dynamics. Just because he wants to poke me doesn't mean we can't be friends. I've got plenty of male friends that I could call in the middle of the night and cry at my woes to and tell them I need a shoulder, and they come over and we don't fuck.
Okay, but okay. This what I'm trying to say, DJ. Okay, and we can respectfully disagree on this, but as a man or a woman, if I look, like, I find T to be physically attractive, I find you
Mm-hmm.
to be physically attractive.
Mm-hmm.
If in the back of my head, if given the opportunity, you or T would let me fuck you, we are not friends. I'm not your friend for real. You
Shoot.
not you. I am not under. I am not. I do not agree that people. Listen, as a man or a woman, if you would sleep with somebody that you consider to be your friend, you're not really that person's friend. If
you
if
you
if, if
you
I was to
you
if I was to be able to call
I'm gonna
T
give it to you,
and
T.
T will come over here and pounce on me, she's really not my friend.
Listen, let me tell you, your way of thinking will change as you mature. Because you honestly believe where you are in your life right now, if a man wants to sleep with a woman, they can't be friends because he's only there to fuck.
No.
And I'm telling you, as you grow older and you mature and your friendship with other people, other women come into light, you'll find that that's not always the case.
No, oh, Miss DJ. I have I'm not saying. Listen, I agree with you when you say that just because one person or both people would do something given the opportunity, that's not going to change the dynamic of the relationship. I'm just saying it's not real. I'm just saying that it's not really that genuine of a friendship if y'all would do that with each other.
Mm.
I
Go
don't.
ahead, T.
Me, at least me personally, I don't see it like that.
Right.
What's up, T?
Okay, and y'all gonna think I'm moving the goalposts on this, but I'm gonna be honest. And I was just talking to my homegirl about. We was just having this conversation. There are a lot of women that are friends that want to sleep with their women friends, but see, people don't even think about that, and they don't even think that, even look into it, because y'all feel like, oh, that's attractive to women. There are a lot of women that will sleep with their women friends. But nobody thinks about that. And they're genuine friends. They just know that their friend is not going. I know a lot of women who have said a woman has tried to, drunken and, whatever, tried to. So does that mean that they're not friends?
Right.
But T,
and you
I'm just saying, does that mean that she's not a genuine 100%, friend?
I have female friends that would love to sleep with me. You're right.
But T, can we? Is it really the same as a man and a woman?
It
and a woman?
because you can be attracted to someone that has created a boundary, right? You can be attracted to somebody that has created a boundary that this is all that we're gonna be.
Right.
Right? You can't be attracted. There are times that you can meet somebody and you can say, I like him or I like her, and then you guys realize, you know what? We may not be a good fit, but we may be better as friends. And that, as long as there's a boundary set and that those boundaries are respected, you can be friends with them.
You're right.
Not me.
The friend
I'm
that
sorry,
let me say this real quick. Let me say this real quick, and then the friend that I had been in a friend with benefits relationship with for a little over a year. When I was ready to break that friend with benefits relationship off, because at this point in time, I need to get me together because I'm ready for a relationship. When I was in that friend with benefit relationship, I was there because I wanted to be there. I didn't want to be in a relationship. When I made that attempt, I first told him, this is it for us. His first go-to was, well, then let's try a relationship. Well, let's say, and I had to say it to him, if I wanted a relationship with you, we'd have been in one. I knew that he was not the relationship type, definitely not for me.
Okay.
And just because we had been having this sexual relationship did not change the dynamics of our friendship. We were still friends.
Okay, my girl Britt in the comments said it best. That y'all are, whether you want to use the word associates, whether you want to use the word acquaintances, that's what y'all are. Y'all aren't friends. So T, if we're gonna go off my logic, and we want to use the woman on woman thing, if under my logic, those women are not friends. They acquaintances and associates. T, when you talk about the boundaries, if we establish those boundaries, then we have an understanding of like what the dynamic of this relationship is going to be. But as a 26-year-old young man myself, and Corey, I know you in your 40s, T, I know you 40, DJ, I don't know how old you are, but when y'all were my age, and even probably now, I know y'all have relationships. Corey, I know you have relationships with women. T and DJ, I know y'all have relationships with men that y'all have not had this conversation with before. I have only had one conversation. I've had a conversation with one woman in my life where we've said that, you know what, we value our relationship so much and we don't want to mess up the dynamic of our relationship that we are going to strictly be friends. Only one woman.
Why would you think
you have the conversation with her, right?
T, but T, I don't know about T. We've had that conversation several times, have we not, T? Not with each other, but with men. We've had that conversation.
Can I interject here? I don't know.
Wait, hold on, Corey. Let me just say this. I feel like a person isn't your friend when they don't respect your boundaries.
There you go.
That I feel like if you and a person have an agreement, look, this is all I want. This is all that I can give you. This is all. Just same thing with the honesty with the men that say, "Hey, I just want to hit." If you have an understanding with a person, and that boundary is respected, that's a friend. A person that says, you know what, I do like you, I do wish, and there's women like that too. But if you can, no, you have a, I don't know why y'all think you only can have an agreement with an associate. I have boundaries with friends. I have friends 25 plus years. There are boundaries that we don't cross with each other.
Right.
Every relationship, a job, a friendship, parenting, there's boundaries with every person in your life that must not be crossed.
Okay, can I jump in?
Okay.
Hold on.
Go ahead,
Y'all let me
Corey. And
jump
then
in.
I do want to address what T just said. Go ahead, Corey.
Okay, listen, this is the situation with me. If I like you and I approach you and I talk to you as a woman, if you telling me you cool, but we could be friends, I don't want to be your friend. Why? Because you is not finna put me in that friendship role to be this simp that listen to the problems when you breaking up and doing all this
Respect
other.
Hold on. Let him cook. Let him
Then
cook.
that means that
Let
you
him
can't
cook. Let
be
him
a
cook.
friend.
Hold on.
Let me
You
finish.
can't
You
be a
is
friend.
not about to call me for a ride. You not about to borrow no money. So I am truly not your friend. I am not your associate. You know about your goddamn business and crown the dude that's banging you shoulder. That's the thing with me, and really, I done had that. I done cut women off there and be like, nah, we could just be friends. If I ain't tapping that ass, I ain't got no business with you.
You're
That's
right.
how I
You
feel.
sure don't.
But
I don't know no woman that would want you
Hold
to
on,
have business
DJ.
with them. If that's why you
I'm a
there.
man too. So I'm a man too. So, and that's speaking to what T just said. Listen, a lot of women will quote unquote friend zone a man, but like Corey said, this is the man that you're gonna call when it's time to move. This is the man that you're gonna call and talk about other men too. This is going to be that shoulder to cry on, like you said. I'm not doing that. Corey is not doing that, and the men that have options and men that have respect for themselves, I'm not playing that role for you. So like you're not about to have me. You're not about to, and there's men and women, because T likes to talk about side chicks a lot. There are men and women there's men and women that'll stick around and be in this quote unquote platonic relationship, all in hopes that one day that this person will open the door for them for the dynamic of the relationship to change. So I'm not being that man.
Okay, so listen, if a man tells you that, that's respected. Be honest with yourself. If that's something that you can't do, that's okay. You know what you can take and you know what you can't take. So if a man says to me, I don't want to be your friend, you know what I'm saying, I want more, I can respect that. Okay, you don't want to be my friend, and I'm not going to be like, oh, well, you tripping or you bogus.
Right.
That's your right. But listen, y'all say a man don't meet you want to be your friend. A lot of people don't meet you want to be your friend. You can meet coworkers that's like, I don't be friends with coworkers, that you end up over time developing a great bond and friendship with. So just because we didn't meet with that intention does not mean that can't evolve into that. I don't have many guys that I've had to friend zone, like, I've met guys that may have been attracted to me and we've gotten cool and it was just that. And I ain't ever tried to hit. And yes, if I call and whatever, they may say yes. They may say no. I might not be their type. I don't know. But it's never gotten to that point where it's like, hey, you want to come over? And I've tested it. I have guy friends that I've never, ever slept with. They've never tried to shoot their shot or nothing. We just had developed a great friendship. High school friends. I got friends from high school that I'm still cool with. I don't call them and vent to them. I don't call them and ask them to help me move. I don't call them and talk about it, but we have developed a great friendship. Doesn't mean that I'm going to use you, but do know if you need me, I'm going to be there for you. If I need you, you're going to be there for me, but I'm not going to use you.
I think the problem is that you guys are not, you're taking a definition for friend and applying it in the wrong place, because a friend is exactly what T just said. That is what a friend is. Anything short of that is not a friend, whether they're a guy or a girl. Anything short of that. I have a friend, he and I have been friends for years. Okay, he shot his shot at the beginning. I told him he wasn't my type, but guess what? We remained friends. So I've gone through his relationships, different relationships that he's gone through with him.
That's not your friend, DJ. I'm sorry to cut you off. That's not your friend.
You asked me to listen to you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right. And He's gone through my relationships that I've been through. One day his lights went out. He had to come over and spend the night. We watched the wars and everything together. Went to sleep. He woke up in the middle of the night around the same time I woke up. My eyes opened up, his eyes opened up, and he said to me, "You think we?" I said, "No, we can't. Okay, we cannot."
My point. He would have
Hold on,
did
Corey.
that.
Let her finish.
His response was, "I was just asking." I could call him right now if I even have a teardrop or I need something fixed or I need help. He's coming. We've been there for each other. He can call me and say, "Look, D, I'm having problems with my son. Can you come?" I'm coming. That's what a friend is. And there's no stipulations that like you guys are putting on it. Whether I get the punani or not determines whether you are a friend. Come on, that's not
Can
a.
I,
That's not.
can I
D,
ask y'all a question? No, but
Somebody
can I
gonna
ask
get
y'all a
one
question?
second, Pete. 1 second. I want to. D, are you finished?
somebody gonna get used doing it that way. Go ahead.
Okay, so listen, the simple fact that a man had initial intentions for you that was not to be your friend, and when you told him that when you didn't oblige to those initial intentions that he had, and he still said, "Oh, okay, well, let's just be," that's not your friend. If I start actively pursuing
You gonna tell me
T,
who my friends are?
1 second. If I start actively pursuing T and I make it known to T that like I want to forget about even like a sexual type of relationship. I just want us to be more than friends. I want us to work towards you being my girlfriend. And she says that she's not interested. And I say, well, okay, well then I'll just be your friend. I clearly just told you that I wasn't trying to be your friend. What makes you think that now all of a sudden that I want to just be your friend now? Come
And
on
I
now.
wouldn't make you my friend.
Right. You wouldn't qualify.
If I know
wouldn't
that you are
qualify.
pursuing, like really, really, I'm not even gonna lead you on and waste your time. Like if you are consistently pursuing me and you like, I don't want to be friends, and I'm like, no, but we gonna be friends. To me, I think that's dangerous game to play with a person because now you're playing with their feelings. They've already told you what they want, and they're not backing off of that. So why would I make you be something that you're clearly telling me I don't want that?
Okay,
Exactly, T. But that's what D just said that she. That's what D just said that she's done. So what I'm trying to tell her is that man's not your friend.
Listen, he's my friend. He's been my friend for over 10 years. He's my friend. But at the end of the day, I met him on a dating site. Okay. When I met him on a dating site, we went on a couple of dates. Okay. So mind you, meeting on a date site, you're looking for someone to date. We went on a few dates. We had a good time, but he had a little temperament about himself. And so just like when I came on the live, you were telling me men need to be honest. I was honest. I was that honest female and said, you're a good guy, but you're just not for me. But we could still kick it and have fun. We smoke, we drink, we chill, we do things together. And he was cool with that. Okay, if you ask right now, we're brothers and sisters right now. But when I met him, we met on a dating site. And that dating site was for people who intended to date. It just so happened that we were both in agreement. We were cool with it. He was cool with it. I was cool with it. Again, he's been my friend for over 10 years.
Can I read the definition? Because somebody said that a friend is somebody that's not sexually attracted
Okay,
to you.
go ahead, T. Then I want to say something.
I'll read the definition. It says a person whom one knows and with whom one has a bond of mutual affection. Typically, not all the time, typically exclusive of sexual or family relations. It doesn't say they can't be attracted to you. It says typically a friend is somebody that may not have you're not having sexual relations. Sexual relations. Because somebody in the comments said a friend is somebody who's not attracted to you.
Right.
That's
Me
not
and this
true.
guy never had any sexual relations. But at the end of the day, if you are an attractive person, whether you're a guy or a girl, then your friend will be a little attractive. They may not, they may know they can't sleep with you, but it doesn't mean they don't think you fine or they don't think you're beautiful or they don't think you're handsome. Those things are attractions.
Okay. Well, listen, we're gonna respectfully disagree on that, Ms. Dietz. But to the other women in here, if I came at T and I was making it very clear to her that I was pursuing her for more than friendship, and she told me that she wasn't interested in me in that fashion, as a man that has options, as a man that respects myself, I'm not going to just all of a sudden relegate myself to like, okay, I'm just gonna be your friend now. That, first of all, as a man, that's not being honest with yourself, and that's not having respect for yourself. To the woman in here,
Speak for
if a
yourself.
man, one second, to the woman in here, if a man makes a pass at you to be more than your friend, and you tell him that you're not trying to like be more than that with him, and he relegates himself to only being your friend, he is the guy he is the man or the woman in a lot of instances that is going to be in the background and wait for years upon end, all in hopes that one day you open that door for y'all to be more than that. So that is not genuinely someone that's your friend at the end of the day. Look, Miss
Well,
D can see
I
it
think
differently.
that
T can see it differently, but that's the truth at the end of the day.
That's
let
your
me
truth.
let me explain what mutual means, because this person's going to keep arguing with me. Mutual affection doesn't mean the exact same. That means you guys have something mutual that you are in alignment with. It
Right.
can be a belief system, it can be a job, it can be a value system, it can be a morale, something that you mutually have in common that makes you guys have a friendship. It doesn't
Right.
mean I'm attracted and you not, because you can have a mutual affection with a friend and don't have the same values as that person, but you have the same moral. You may not have the same belief system, but you have the same understanding of certain things. So it doesn't have to be exact mutual affection. So you guys stop taking stuff. I'm a writer. Let me just say that. I'm a writer. So you can't wordplay me. You can't wordplay me. I know what mutual affection means. Okay?
And I'm a realist. You ain't gonna be able to wordplay me either. I think that if that is your definition of friends, host, I think that you're entitled to it. But I'm telling you, it doesn't stop there. And I think that as you mature, you'll find it a different way. I won't date a man if he says to me, you can't have any male friends. Are you freaking kidding me? Why wouldn't I have male friends? Why wouldn't he have female friends? The guy I'm dating now, his best friend is a female, and she's beautiful. Okay? But I'm confident in my relationship. I'm confident in myself. So that's not a worry. So yes, the possibility is there. Maybe not for you right now. But I wouldn't date a guy I would wonder what's wrong with you that you can't be friends with a female and now you want to be in a whole relationship with me. For me. And I'm not putting this on anyone
I
else.
agree.
I'm not putting that on anyone else, but that's for me. So again, you're entitled to feel how you feel, but do understand that we're entitled too. And so your words will hit the ears of the women and the men that want to hear it and maybe understand where you're coming from. And I'm hoping that the words that T says and I say, or we all say, hit the right people.
I'm not in the business of so let me give the definition of affection. A gentle feeling of fondness or liking. The active process affecting to be affected. And it also means let me go back, a love and a kindness. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about a relationship. So anyway, I'm not in the business of convincing anybody what they don't believe in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the business of trying to make a person believe. If I'm dating a guy and he don't believe in that, that's a great thing to know. I probably wouldn't date that guy.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind if a guy that I'm dating has friends. I do not mind if a guy that I'm dating has female friends. It's about trusting your partner, not trusting the intent of another person, because we don't know everybody's intention. Hey, Ashley, we don't know everybody's intention. We don't know what everybody wants. You can have a lot of people that have other intentions. I can't go around worried about what everybody's thinking about me. It could be a woman that I hang with every day that can be attracted to me. It could be a homeboy that can be attracted to me. Hell, shit, it's family members that's attracted to family members. Right. I'm not going to go around here questioning, hey guys, everybody's intentions. And because somebody's attracted to me, yet they have never came on to me, or they're not coming on to me, and I can't befriend them. If you disrespect what I'm asking you, then that's when we have a problem. But if you've always respected my boundaries, what you hope for ain't got nothing to do with me.
So T, that's what I'm saying though, is that, and this I'm not just saying this about men, like this is men and women, like men and women, like again, not because a man is not making a pass at a woman, or a woman is not making a pass at a man, or they don't make it known to the other person that they find them to be physically attractive. Like not everyone is super direct like that. And people will wait in the shadows, man. People will wait for a little crack in the door to open. Like people just be moving.
But as long
like
as they're not trying to see, this is the thing. I've seen people that's been friends and later do get married. And think about it. A lot of times they say you will marry your best friend, or you will marry your friend. So if that's meant to be, let it be. But as long as you're not trying, if you waiting and you whatever, and if we're supposed to be together and we end up together later down the line, then that's what was meant to be. But as long as you're not trying to sabotage what I have going on, long as you're not over there trying to put little stuff in my head and trying to make me look at what I'm doing, like, oh, every time I'm dealing with a person, you trying to tell me why they not right for me and all of that stuff. That I will have to remove you.
Right. So
T, I'll know why you're doing that.
Right. So T, that's what I'm saying. So as that man or woman that's lurking, if I presented myself as like T is my friend, and I'll let you know that like we friends, but like you said, every time if you do reach out to me when you going through something with a man, I'm telling you things so like you can get out of that relationship. I'm trying to it's low key giving like Noble's trying to take advantage of me when I'm at my low vulnerable moments and want me to like.
Which is why I'm not going. But Noble,
I'm not your friend.
Let me tell you something. That's any friendship. You have to be careful with any friend you tell your business to, because there are a lot of friends that are biased. There are a lot of friends that are judging off of their own situation. You have to know your friends and who you can confide in and who you don't. You ain't supposed to tell everybody your business anyway.
Right.
And unless it's a guy, like if I know it's a guy that got good intentions for me and he's proved constantly that he got good intentions for me, more than likely I'm not telling no guy that I know like me what my friend or has liked me, what me and my boyfriend got going on anyway. I'm not gonna tell a bitter Betty friend or a friend that don't like my man what's going on with me and my man. So it's still about using discernment of who you're giving that information to anyway. Everybody don't need to be privy to what's going on in your relationship, even when you're vulnerable. I don't need to tell my mama everything I'm going through in my relationship. You know why? Because she's my mother. So she's gonna be on my side regardless. So I'm not even gonna tell her everything that goes on in my relationship. Because then she's gonna be mad at him when I'm not mad at him no more. So there's still levels of discernment that you have to be able to use in friendships. Period.
Right. And that's the point that I was trying to make as well. If you have a friend that you're telling this stuff to, and all they have is a bunch of negative stuff to say back to you, that's not your friend. Okay, because a real friend would just try to calm the situation down because they
just don't know their value system is different. Their upbringing is different. Everybody ain't bad friends. They just don't know what they just don't have the same belief or understanding you got.
A real friend will just try to bring you back into a space that you can make a decision, or you could go back and fix that problem or resolve that problem on your own. Anytime, if I'm in a relationship and I'm telling somebody about it, and all they got to do is say, you need to leave him, that's not my friend. I'm going to tell you that right now, whether it's a guy or a girl, I don't take them as my friend because I'm coming to them for ear. Okay. Even if they want to give me some advice and say, look, D, maybe you should try this, or maybe you should adjust something. Or they might even say, baby girl, you wrong. Okay. I'll take that as a friend. But somebody that I go to and all they got to say is leave him. No, they're not. I don't want that friendship. Just not for me.
I just wouldn't tell that friend. That might be that friend's own. That might be. And that's why I say we don't really know the definition of friendship. And I'm going to say this why. Because just because a friend doesn't have the same belief that I have or the same way of doing things that I have, don't mean they always have ill intentions. There are some people that's their only way to handle things, to leave, to walk out. That's their way of handling a lot of things. So if my friend is saying leave and I know that's her way of usually doing things, I may say to her, for you, that's how you do things, but that's not just that simple for me. And that might be a friend that I might not tell that to anymore, because I know that friend does not really have the same outlook on certain things than I do. It's parents that do that. It's grown.
Right.
It's like it's brothers that be like, man, you better get up out of there and leave. It doesn't mean that their intentions are bad. It just means they don't understand that for you, it's not that simple.
Their intentions may not be bad, but their relationship advice is. Therefore, I won't go back and talk to them about it. It's no
Right.
need
You just won't confide in that friend about it.
But for me, a friend is somebody that I can confide in, that I can confine my every thoughts and, my every will, my every whims. That's for me. I like that type of friend. And those are very few. You don't have 3, 4, 5 of those. You might have one good one.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say this, and then I gotta run. I gotta go see my barber, y'all.
Yeah, I'm about to go live about this right now.
Look, guys, I'm gonna come back tonight. We tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we need to discern the difference between a friend, an associate, a friend with benefits, an intimate partner. We need to really get down to the nitty gritty and really find out what this is, because I respect everything that Ms. D and T said, but at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, and this is just my opinion, I'm entitled to my opinion. Yes, as a man or a woman, if you would sleep with someone given the opportunity to, that's not really like, I don't believe that that's someone that's like you're really a friend to. You're an associate, you're an acquaintance, because like what. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know
think
friends
that everybody I think that depending on the situation, everybody takes opportunity. Depending on the opportunity.
T. I'm put it like this. Let me put it like this. T. Let me put it like this. T. Let me put it like this. Again, you, D, and all the other women that I've asked just in my life, even on here today, y'all know that out of 10 men, y'all know that it's a 99% chance that 0 of them are just exclusively trying to be your friend and wouldn't sleep with you given the opportunity.
Which is why you have to discern who you really call a friend. And that's what I'm saying. Listen, everybody don't want me. Everybody don't want you. Some people really just like who you are and what you like. I've made guy friends. I have my publisher, not my publisher, my editor, my graphic designer. He's a man. We have grown a friendship. He has a whole wife and kids. He's never tried to make a pass at me. We have grown a friendship off of doing business together. And he's giving me great advice on certain things. His intentions are pure. Now, am I saying he might not, if I try to shoot, even if that's business, you think it might be there might not be a possibility he won't sleep with me? He may. I'm not going to even give him that. I'm not going to even test them waters to even find out.
T, let me say this with all due respect, T. Listen, out of 10 men, listen, all 10 of them are not just trying to be your friend, okay? All of them would fuck you if you gave them the opportunity to. There's a lot of married men out here. T.
I agree. I'm not arguing.
T. You speak about side chicks a lot. You yourself have said that you've been a side chick. T. There are a lot of married men out here.
And as a side chick, wait.
T. There are a lot of married men out here that if you gave them the opportunity to sleep with you, they would sleep with you.
Because you speaking on something you don't. As a side chick, I have never pretended to be a friend.
There you go.
I've never pretended to be his friend. It wasn't no games in that shit. I wasn't going around his bitch like, hey, that's just my friend. No, that wasn't the game. That just because you mixing up definitions. You know what I'm saying? Like as me being an ex-side chick back in the day, I wasn't pretending to be that nigga friend. I wasn't in his woman face trying like, hey girl, like it wasn't none of that. I wasn't going, because you know what? That's dangerous.
Right.
That's dangerous.
I had a friend.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I had a friend that he and I were friends for a minute. I used to go visit him. He lived about an hour and a half away. Just to get away, look at somebody else's 4 walls. We eventually slept together. All right. Now, before we slept together, I made it clear to this man that I did not want a relationship and that this was not going to mean anything. After we slept together, as soon as we get up, he says to me, now we're in a relationship. No, the fuck we're not. Okay? No, we're not. But guess what? We're still friends.
Okay, but my whole thing is, and now I do gotta go, guys. I'm gonna come back here tonight and we're gonna have this conversation. My whole thing at the end of the day, T, is that there's a lot of men that are married and got wives and kids that if you gave them the opportunity to sleep with you, they would. T, there's a lot of men out here that you probably consider to be your friend. If you gave them the opportunity to sleep with you, they would. And that's my whole point.
I believe that about some girls that I know too.
Whether okay, but my whole point is whether you want to acknowledge it or accept it.
I'm not denying it.
That's the
Truth.
and it's the same thing with you, DJ. It's the same thing with
You're
you.
right. What
that
you're
would
saying,
do the same
what
thing.
you're saying is not facts. What you're saying is facts, except for the part that says they're not your friends. A lot of them aren't. A lot of them are there just to get the punani. Okay, that's what they're there for. They'll wait around. They'll hang around till they could get it, if they can get it. If they can't get it, they move on. All right. But I'm saying to you that a lot of them are there, and when they find out they can't get the punani, they still, not a lot, some of them still remain friends. So the possibility is still there. I'm just saying what you're saying is not that it's so incorrect that it's crazy. I'm just saying what you're saying, it applies to some, but there are situations that it does not apply. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. Hey, T, you gonna go live about this later today?
Yeah, I'm finna go live right now. I was actually finna go live before I scrolled through on this same topic.
What you gonna talk about?
I was gonna go live about this topic. Me and my friend just got off the phone talking about it.
All right,
I was in another live.
I'm about to go to my barber. Hey, everybody go to T Live. I know some of y'all wanted to come up here. I do need to run to my barber. I'm gonna come back here tonight and we gonna have this conversation and get to the bottom of this. But everybody go to T Live, okay?
And look, check
I'm going live. Give me 2 minutes.
I'm going live tonight at 9. I'm gonna change my topic. I'm gonna talk about this too. Let me see how it goes.